What is good, YouTube? It's your boy OG back with another video, and in today's video I'm going to be going over some battles submitted to me by Sheesh, who is also a content creator here on YouTube. So all the links to his stuff will be in the description below, but he's running a team consisting of the Shiny Mew, Shadow Drapion, and Obstagoon in the back running the Hyper Beam. And the moveset on his Drapion is also pretty interesting, like he's running the Crunch and Sludge Bomb instead of the Aqua Tail here. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into these battles here. Kind of excited to see how Mew performs in this meta since I haven't seen it all that much as a pick. So first match here, we're met with a Wobbuffet, and typically the only other Shadow Claw user is the the Sableye, right? So the Sableye in that situation would be taking super effective damage from the charms, but they swap into the Poniard and they're going to be pretty hard punished by the Obstagoon here. The counter's doing double super effective damage against the Poniard, so should be able to farm them all the way down and come into the next matchup with a lot of energy. So he's going to go straight for the Hyper Beam here. Let's see how much this does. I know Wobbuffet is really tanky, and that doesn't really do all that much, but it's still better than nothing, I guess. And he's going to come in here right away and throw the Wild Charge. So that almost takes him out, and since the defense has been debuffed, like, this is a pretty, decent shield there. And they end up having a, what is this thing, the Sableye in the back, and he's gonna go for the Surf here. So if the opponent's keeping count, like, that's kind of a bad shield, but I'm assuming the opponent lost count of the energy and assume that was a Wild Charge. Well, I mean, even a Surf would hit pretty hard, but I mean, they probably should have saved the shield for these crunches here, but regardless, well played by Sheesh, and this should be a pretty straightforward win from here on out. So just get both these crunches off, and that'll basically secure the game there. The Wobbuffet is also in the back with a little bit of HP, but that should not be an issue here, as we should just be able to farm them down before they can do anything. So GG's there. Next match, we have the Mew into Raichu, and this is a pretty solid lead as the Shadow Claws will be chunking the Raichu here. So when you're a 4-turn move running, or if you're a 2-turn move playing against a 4-turn move, you want to throw on odd intervals, so either like 1, 3, 5, so that they can't catch, because you'd be throwing in the middle of their Volt Switch animation. So Sheesh doing exactly that, and he does not allow his opponent to catch any moves on the Zweilous here. So they're going to be throwing the Night Slashes here since they don't have the Cross Chop. But at this point, he's going to go ahead and let this go, which is pretty alright since he is up 2 shields, right? So he should be able to get a pretty nasty farm down with his Drapion here and have energy ready for whatever comes in next. So the Raichu comes back in, so this is already looking like a pretty good sign since one crunch will basically take out the Raichu, and his counting is very good here, and he overfarms just a little bit before throwing the crunch to take out the Raichu there. So now we'll see what's in the back, and it ends up being a Scrafty. So this isn't a particularly comfortable situation, but he is ahead on energy, and he knows the Sludge Bomb, which will be chunking the health of the Scrafty. So he also has energy on his Mew here, so he swaps in for a nice little combo play, and the Zweilous will be farmed down with the Shadow Claws, and that is a good day there. So next match, we have the Mew into Claydol, and this is a pretty positive lead for the Mew since you will be able to do super effective damage with the Shadow Claws and the Surfs. But the only thing is, like, these Mud Slaps are really chunking the Mew still. So as you can see, you're doing fast move damage that is super effective, and their fast move actually chunks you for more than you're chunking them for. So they're going to bring the Gallade in, and he's staying in here, and then he's going to almost make a move and then swap into the Drapion. So definitely don't want to bring the Obstagoon into this, as you would be taking super effective damage, and he's going to overfarm a little bit, throw on good timing so they don't sneak in a charm, and he's going to get this crunch off. Opponent lets it go, and he's just able to make it to another crunch before the opponent is able to farm him down. So this is very good since he's almost at a move on his MEW, and also his Obstagoon will also be able to do super effective damage against the Claydol here. So up his shield as well. Opponent goes for the Rock Tomb. He gets a debuff, but there's another Charmer in the back, so just a little bit too much for him to deal with in this particular matchup, and this looks like a GG's for Rich Chief. So Double Charm, you know, a little bit cheeky. I know a lot of people don't really like Double Charm. I've featured it on my channel, and every time I always get some comments about it in the comment section there. Some haters, but it's alright, you know. Next match here, we have the Sableye into MEW, and we go into the safe swap here, or bridge cheese rather. Keep forgetting that these aren't my battles, but he's gonna get off the power play, the opponent, and they swap into the Alolan Mach. So Bridge here not gonna be able to throw anything that does even neutral damage, but he does get the defense drop, and it takes the Alolan Mach a while to get to the moves, and the Shadow Drapion here is pretty spammy. So let's see what he decides to do here. He decides to let it go, and likely going to get a nice farm down with one of the other two Pokemon. He decides to go in with a Mew, which is a pretty interesting choice, but he is able to farm them all the way down before they get to another move, so pretty heads up play by him. I would have been a little bit worried there to go in with the Mew, but he's able to get the Wild Charge off, and then he swaps into the Obstagoon, and now he's met with the Skuntank here, so gonna be a little bit of an awkward matchup just because he doesn't have the Cross Chop, but he's gonna throw these Night Slashes here and do as much chip damage as he can. See if he's able to pull this win off here. So let's see, he probably lets this go. Yeah, let it go, and still able to reach another Night Slash here. So this puts him in a pretty solid position because he's going to be able to farm down this Skuntank here and then have a move ready for the Sableye in the back. So going to be able to secure this win here. And very well played by Bridgesheesh here. So finishing this off, GG's to the opponent, and I believe this is the final match here. So we have Mew into Raichu, so again a pretty positive lead. Opponent here swaps out right away, and since his Obstagoon doesn't know the cross chop, it's not really a true answer to the Drapion here, so he's gonna bring his own Drapion in, but I believe attempting to catch a crunch there, but the opponent going for the Aqua Tails, and this is where him not having the Aqua Tail kind of hurts him. Like, not only is he behind on energy, but he's gonna have to throw the resisted crunches at his opponent, but it looks like 2 crunches would take out anyway. So when he decides to let his Drapion there go down, and then he's gonna bring the Obstagoon back in, getting a lot of lag in this battle, and honestly, like, I've been having a lot of lag myself, so really unfortunate that we're still dealing with this sort of thing and the game has been out for so long. But you know, that's typical Niantic stuff. Like, this is old news, like nobody's really surprised to see a little lag here and there. But now he looks to be in a pretty dominant position here. He has 2 Night Slashes ready to throw at the Raichu, and he's over farming just the right amount, and then he gets the classic low battery notification. I'm gonna go ahead and shield this up. Let's see if he's able to. So they swap out into their own Obstagoon, so now this is kind of a tricky situation to be in. Opponent shielding there, expecting the cross chop, so maybe he has a chance here. Maybe let this go, but I guess he shields it, which is fine. Like, he might be able to outpace to a Wild Charge and a Surf at this point. I haven't been keeping good count here, but exactly able to do that. Good counting by him. So able to get the Surf off, and this should be a pretty done deal here. Able to farm down the Alolan Raichu. So overall, very solid gameplay by Bridgesheesh. Again, he's a fellow content creator, so his stuff will be in the link in the description. And thank you very much for submitting your battles. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And you can also submit your own battles in the link in the description below. And I'll see you in the next one.